We're at episode 2 of the Acolyte now, and if you thought it was bad in episode 1, it does not get any better in episode 2. The stupidity just keeps getting stronger and stronger without any actual attempt for it to make any kind of sense whatsoever. But let's get into this so we could actually tell you exactly how this plays out. Now, it starts off with this planet called Olega and this local Jedi temple. And there's this little girl throwing rocks at this droid thing that's in the wall there that has access to the Jedi temple, and it tells her not to do that, your last warning. And she's doing that in order to make the droid come out. So May, who's looking to kill a Jedi in the temple, could throw some disc thing onto it and cause it to malfunction. And when she does know, she gives the girl some money and goes into the Jedi temple. Once she goes into the Jedi temple, she's like trying to sneak around for a bit, and then she just starts walking in. And literally nobody is trying to stop her. I mean, this is a local Jedi temple. They would know who's supposed to be there, who's not supposed to be there. But she walks by like 2 people, and they do nothing. Literally nothing. They just walk by her. They don't stop and say, hey, you're not supposed to be here. Or ignite a lightsaber and say, who are you? What are you doing here? No, they just let her walk by without saying anything, doing anything. And you would think Jedi wouldn't be able to sense some murderous intent. But no, apparently, like I said, the Force is beyond stupid, and apparently so are the Jedi. I know God are they stupid in this. Yeah, so she's walking through there. That's perfectly thing passing people under a problem and all of that. And she enters into this chamber where this Jedi Master is apparently Force meditating and floating, and she goes up to him there and she's all, I'm attacking you with everything that you have. And like I say, he's Force meditating and, doesn't respond at all. So she decides she's going to attack him. And like he has this Force bubble around him or something, because she's throwing some of the weakest punches I've seen, some punch and some kick and stuff, and nothing is working. Literally nothing is working. Because like I said, he's got a Force bubble or something around him. She takes out some daggers to use, and then, suddenly here's somebody coming. And what does she do? She escapes through the skylight that's directly above the Jedi Master. Why didn't you come in there in the first place? Why? It's directly over your target. Why did you not come in there in the first place? Why did you need to pay some little girl to throw some things at a droid so you could go into the temple and walk past people? Why? Why? It makes no sense. As an assassin, you have to study your target, study the location. The skylight is right above you. You would not have missed it, but no. I think she escaped from the skylight that's directly over the Jedi Master, which you could have just come in to begin with and nobody would have known. But no, like I said, you're not supposed to think about anything in this show. You're just supposed to consume the garbage. Then, this Jedi finally comes in and looking around like, what's going on here? I think somebody's there, and a bunch of idiots. And then we get the sister who's on the Jedi ship now, and this Padawan thing is trying to she gets up and tells her, to recalibrate something, and then tells her that she's a mech and she's flexible and all kind of thing. Apparently flirting with the child is somehow, acceptable now in some way. I freaking know it. But of course, she's this strong, confident woman of color, whatever the hell she's supposed to be. I really don't know anymore, but that's what's going on. Yeah. And then you know, the same Jedi Knight who was supposed to make the comment how how Anakin blew up the Death Star. He says the one, and I'm telling you, the one smart thing in this entire episode, right? He says to Master Shang-Chi that they shouldn't allow Osha to just be free on the ship like that. He says that if May is alive, they could be working together, which is a valid point and a valid concern because they could very well be doing this whole thing in unison. Understand me? Osha could have been the one who killed Trinity, and now May could be the one who's going to off this Jedi Master in this temple, or they could be planning this whole thing and working together. It's a valid concern. But when does Master Shang-Chi tell him, don't let your fear blind you? But you are such an idiot. I tell you, you could tell this man was hired just to be some kind of diversity. I think that horrible Jedi. Literally horrible. Right. Then he talks to Leslie Headland's wife, who he then informs, Osha has a twin sister. How do none of these people know this? Why were you concealing this all these years? I don't get the point of it. Why? What would it have done to mention to anybody that Osha had a twin sister who died? Apparently, the twin sister started some fire, and that's what would. Why? What would it? What was the point of hiding it? And he's telling Leslie Headland's wife that he believes that Osha that Osha is innocent and May is the one doing this, and Leslie Headland's wife tells him that she's inclined to believe it because apparently there was an attack on another Jedi Master, and she couldn't have done that if she's been there with them. So she tells them to go and check it out, and they head to the planet to see what's going on. Once they get to the planet before they even arrive at the planet, May is going to see, the only way to put this guy is basically bootleg Asian Ezra Miller. I'm telling you, that's exactly what the guy looks like. Bootleg Asian Ezra Miller. And she's telling him that she went and found this Jedi Master, but he's invulnerable. She attacked him, but couldn't get through to and couldn't do anything with him. Apparently, he has this force bubble around him, and bootleg Asian Ezra Miller. Well, first thing he tells her is that the outfit that he's wearing, he took it from the guy who ran this place. So apparently he murdered this guy and put on his clothes because that's not creepy at all. Understand me? That's not creepy at all. And then he tells her, everybody has a weakness. You just need to find it and all of this. So she tells him she wants a poison. Right? That's how she's going to take this guy out. She wants a poison. So he makes this poison for her. And once he makes the poison, he gives it to her so she could go and kill this Jedi Master with it. How is she going to do that? Well, in the absolute dumbest way possible. But we'll get to that shortly. Right? We'll get to that shortly. So they, Osha and Master Shang-Chi have some little discussion. Nobody gives two flies foot about. They could talk all the nonsense that they want. They eventually arrive on the planet now, and they go in there to see this. They go to go and see this Jedi Master who's still meditating in his force bubble. Right. May comes in through the skylight this time because apparently doing it during the day is fine, but at night when nobody will see you, which is the better thing to do, that's apparently wrong. So, and I don't know. I want somebody to tell me, how could this guy be a Jedi? Seriously. How? How is this person a Jedi? Jedi are supposed to be fit. They're supposed to be, able to do things. This guy looks like if he takes out his lightsaber and swings it twice, he's going to collapse. Or like he would be more suited to get a happy meal. I mean, what the hell is supposed to be talking about body positive Jedi? This makes no sense. This literally makes no sense. You cannot be a Jedi at this size. That's not how it works. That is not how it works at all. Good God. But it just keeps getting dumber and dumber as it goes along. So he brings out the little girl who was throwing the rocks at the droid. And they want to question her as to why she was doing it. And she basically tells them that the one who made her do it is May. But before all of that, in his ocean, before all of that, May comes in as through the skylight to see the Jedi Master because, apparently sneaking in during the day and not the night, that makes perfect sense. Some assassin you are. God, and she has the poison, and she comes to see the Jedi Master, and she tells him how she knows what he wants, forgiveness and absolution, and she gives him a choice. So she come with the poison to give it to him to give him the choice to kill himself. Yeah, that makes sense. Right? Yeah. So the girl says what it is and all of that, and May is talking to the Jedi Master, right? So they go into the temple to go and see if they could find this Jedi Master to talk to him about the attack. They walk in through the temple, and all of a sudden Osha has some vision or something, and she goes off on her own, and they just allow it. Apparently, these so-called Jedi that are supposed to be so in tune to the Force are so freaking stupid, they'll leave her to go. And the thing is, they go straight. She goes off to the right and then makes another right. You understand me? So she go in a completely different direction to them. Completely different. And I'll explain why that's stupid shortly. Alright, so Mr. Jedi Master talks to her, tells her that he knew she was there last night and all of this stuff, and he knew she would come, but apparently, you could have stayed in your Force bubble. No, he comes out of the Force bubble and willingly takes the poison to Minecraft himself. And when he does, May leaves and Osha comes in, right? How she got into that room, I don't know, because again, like I say, they all went straight. She went off to the right and then took another right. She would have had to make a complete turn around the whole temple to come back to where that spot is. So how could she possibly have gotten there before them? I don't know who designed this building or who put up with this story, but they have no sense. None. Absolutely none. So she comes in and finds the Jedi Master dead and decides, the best thing to do is to pick up the vial with the poison, putting her fingerprints on it. Because that's ridiculous. Look at the skylight, realizes what's going on, and then she touches the Jedi Master's body, putting her DNA on it as well. So that's just stupid. They come in, see her there, light lightsaber, and she's all, I know how this looks, but I didn't do it. How did you get into the room before them? That's what I'm trying to understand. How? What God's name did you get in there before them? Because that makes no sense to me in any shape or form. Anybody it makes any sense to. But she did for some strange reason. And then, the Jedi Master that couldn't, the Jedi Knight that couldn't, comes in and he reveals that he's been following her this whole time, and she came in, and both of them came in when the Jedi Master was already dead. So what's the point of all of that? What was the point of all of that? You could have just shown yourself and say, okay, what's the point of all that? No, you want to go through the whole thing. It just makes sense. No matter how you look at it, doesn't make sense. Yeah. So yeah, they realized that Mr. Jedi Master was in the Force bubble Minecrafted himself, and they decided the only place that they could have gotten that he could have the poison that killed him, and only the local apothecary will have the poison. So they come now and say that they have the apothecary who they saw, and here we have the body positive Jedi again. That's not their local apothecary, it's some other guy. Yes, because this person was smart enough, bootleg Asian Ezra Miller was smart enough to kill the whole apothecary and put on his clothes. Wacko. So Mr. Jedi Knight that couldn't decided that his plan is that they will surround the building, go in, stun bootleg Asian Ezra Miller, take him into custody, and question him. Solid plan, okay. But no, the Jedi Padawan, I should say, this Padawan decides, oh, that's a good plan. I have a better one because, of course, she's a woman, so she knows better than him. And her plan is that they send Osha in disguised as May, and bootleg Asian Ezra Miller will just reveal everything. And her attitude towards Jedi Knight that couldn't is amazing. You have to wonder at some point who is the knight and who is the Padawan, but she openly dislikes him. It's like for some reason, if he breathes, she has a problem with it. Really freaking stupid. I don't know if it was good and send body positive Jedi Knight in there, but whatever. So Osha puts on a cloak because that's really all you need. Goes into the shop to see bootleg Asian Ezra Miller, who openly reveals to her, then you use the poison to kill the Jedi Master that I supplied you with. Is everything good now? Did he contact you? So he's just spilling everything. She didn't even have to coax him into it. He just reveals everything. Like, he couldn't shut up for some reason. If you're supposed to be undercover or something, that's some pretty shitty way to live by. Wow. I mean, he just reveals everything. Literally everything. He just spills the beans. But the thing about it is that bootleg Asian Ezra Miller gave me a bad feeling, he pretending to be stupid, but he know a little bit more than he actually pretending to know, and he could be much more important than everybody believes. So we go see. So then Jedi come in and surround him. Yeah, so the Jedi come in and they're saying to him that we know that you helped me kill this Jedi Master, right? You supplied her with the poison. And what does Master Shang-Chi say to him? If you help us, we'll let you go. For murder, right? He literally actively participated in killing a Jedi Master. And you're telling him, listen, if you give us information on me, we'll let you go. You understand? What kind of punishment is that? The man facilitated in murder and you're just letting him go? Jesus Christ. What is the punishment for a manslaughter? A brain? I mean, you could have said, listen, if you help us, we could work on getting you a reduced sentence or something. But no, he just openly says, you help us, we'll let you go. So when does bootleg Ezra Miller tell them that, May is coming back tonight to pick up some stuff, so they decide to have a little stakeout and wait for her. Because that makes sense. Yes, because that makes plenty sense. So they are waiting for May to show up, and Master Shang-Chi has decided that he is going to confront her because, he can for some reason, and he believes that he will be the best one to help her. So when she shows up, he calls out to her, and she automatically starts to attack him. Throwing some kick, some punch, and he's easily dodging it and everything, other problem there. He even takes away her weapons and stuff. And then this is the truly stupid part. There's so many, but this thing. Jedi Knight that couldn't is standing there with binoculars looking down at them. Yet the fight is happening like 5 feet below him. Literally, like 5 to 7 feet below him is where the fight is taking place. What in God's name do you need binoculars to see? All you have to do is look down. It's not hidden. It's not to say like they're fighting someplace far off and you can't see. They're literally right below him. All he has to do is look down. But no, for some reason he is... God, I tell you. Is something else. So, Master Shang-Chi is holds main place with his Jedi Force powers and attempts to probe her mind to find out who her master is that trained her. But he comes to realize, Master has taken great strides to hide himself, and even she doesn't know who her master is. Yeah, one smart person in this whole flicking thing. But then she revealed that, she believes that that her sister is the one who died, and there's all this back and forth nonsense. Then what does she do? When they corner her, she decides to raise a dust cloud, and that's how she escapes, because apparently these trained Jedi, especially Master Shang-Chi, who's definitely a diversity hire, can't do anything in the event as no dust cloud is raised. Yeah. So she escapes. Of course, she goes on the run there, and then Osha sees May, and they're all confronted that she pretends to shoot at her, but kind of misses because, that's clearly not like they're working together or anything at all, but, tends to shoot, misses, and May escapes. They all show up there and stuff, and then Leslie Headland's wife is telling Master Shang-Chi that he needs to come back to Coruscant so they could have a meeting of the council and decide what they're going to do, because there's somebody out there who's training people in Force powers, and 2 Jedi Masters are dead and they need to know what to do, but he knows who the next person is because they found out that May is after 4 Jedi, right? Trinity, guy in the floating bubble, some Wookiee Jedi, and Master Shang-Chi. She wants to kill all 4 of them. So they know what he said, that he knows where she's going and he to go, but Leslie Edlund's wife tells him that, he needs to come back. Because that's what she does. Bootleg Asian Ezra Miller tells May that he's found where the Wookiee Jedi is, and she decides that she's going there. It's a place called Kofar, and when they get some scavengers are looking to get something, and Wookiee Jedi shows up, drives them off, and that's the end of that. So yeah, this episode proved something even more, I shouldn't even say terrifying, but something even more than what Disney Star Wars wants. The Jedi are a pack of freaking morons. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.